So, finally got up camp, and here's the racing mower. It's all muddy and I broke it. As you can see, my chain tensioner is kind of fucked up there. That's what happens whenever you make a flimsy ass one and then you pop the clutch too much. Started life as a Dynamark riding lawnmower. Some of you, if you go back in my videos, is the trail mower. It used to be gray and blue. I used to mud with it, had them quad tires on the back, the rear rack, and then I figured since the front end's kind of all wide, it kind of looks like a wide body kit, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build a new racer, and I did. It's sporting a 14 horsepower V-twin Vanguard. It's we'll get into motor work later. Basically what I did with the frame is we welded some cross pieces down here in the bottom, and we did the whole up support comes up under the dash. I can show you that more when we pull off the hood. Put a go-kart axle on it, Peerless 700 transmission. Don't worry about this is just a block of lead for weight. But let's pull all this off. I made it so everything can bolt on. I notched out the frame, welded in the square tubing, the brackets for the bearings. Sprocket there. Surprisingly, on this Dynamark frame, it was made to fit a Peerless 700 gearbox in it. See, I had to modify this backing plate. This little hump here had to fit the sprocket in. Here's my brake system. I made my brake hub. I took a piece of 1/4 inch thick plate and welded it to a 1 inch pulley hub. I bolted this rotor on. And you see this brake system's kind of weird. If you look Werther Original, I believe his name is. I did a video on this whenever I was building it, how I made these, and he makes a detailed video of how he made it. Give him all the credit for this brake design because I got it all completely off of him and I built it off of his video. Go check him out. I'll leave a link for his channel in there. You can see under there's cross bracing like crazy, cross bracing up on the foot pans. You can see the bars running the whole length of the mower. Bar right there. You can see my clutch is in the middle there. It looks like the pulleys are kind of bent. That's not good. I didn't know that. You can see how my steering's done. I'll get a little bit closer. Just regular direct go-kart steering. There's a 6-inch pulley on the motor and a 3.5 on the transaxle. You don't want to go pretty much any smaller than 3.5-inch pulley anywhere, because then you get in the belt slippage. It's a double pulley clutch. You see how that works. I'm pressing the clutch right there, and you'd be surprised those brakes lock up these 16-inch tires pretty easily. And then you run in, I believe that's a 10 or 9 tooth on there and a 36 on the axle. You top out about 45 to 50 miles an hour when you got this thing cranked wide open. And I just got these 4 pins to hold the hood on. I'll have that one in. Pull that out. And here's the motor. Starter switch, kill switch, tether kill. Batteries down there. You can see the frame working, and then gas tank, fuel pump, twin barrel carb, The intake manifold right here that bolts up to the carb was ported and polished by Riker Racing, I believe it was. I did not buy them from them. I bought them from a guy that I raced with. Made the intake a little bit rusty. Probably should have painted that. But the heads are ported and polished and have heavier valve springs with dual springs. That was done by Riker Racing. And timing is advanced on the flywheel. I don't know how many degrees. All I did was took the keyway out, put valve lapping compound on it, and spun the flywheel on the crankshaft for about 10 minutes. Cleaned that up, put Loctite on it, set the flywheel where I wanted it, and tightened down this nut with the impact, and then let it sit for a couple days, and hasn't moved ever since. And I got about 10-inch headers right there. I need to make them into 2-in-1 or dual out the dump it out the sides. And then front axle is basically typical go-kart axle. And he's shooting fireworks at me.